So first of all, I think I agree with you completely. And we're working with a big tech company right now where their main goal with working with us is to have leaders understand that leadership is about asking questions, right? So,
Yep.
but how you ask questions and the questions you ask matters too, right? So signaling that slowing down enough to figure out the problem and ask questions and not having the answers, that's all important. But thinking about like what gets in the way. So how do we have people shift their mindset to, I'm not just going to dig into the data or go find the answer, but I'm going to facilitate conversation. So like picture a disagreement between team members. So this relationally curious leader is someone that isn't necessarily going to jump in to fix or take sides, but to ask questions to reveal what's kind of going on beneath the surface. So the thing that kind of gets in the way of that we talk about is the advice monster habit.
The advice monster.
The advice monster habit. Yeah, the advice
Which was
monster. So
another of Michael's books, I think, hasn't it? The advice.
Yeah.
yeah, taming the
Yep.
advice monster. So so this is what we call the advice monster habit. This is the thing that looms really large. It takes multiple forms. It's been reinforced in multiple ways in all of our lives in the decades that have sort of led to our professional existences. And now it's just become a kind of default way of responding to asks for help, to problems that arise, right? We think we need to solve and we need to solve quickly. And we're usually loath to sort of pause and admit that, the answer might not be whatever I'm assuming it is, but could be on the other side of asking this group of people a couple more questions. So this isn't some kind of like dark inclination. It's just a behavior that's reinforced culturally in our organizations and our societies. And we kind of break it down into three different forms. So we've got the tell it advice monster, which is really about, it's like the loudest and most obvious of the advice monsters. It's showing people you have the answer. It's, if you don't have the answer, you failed in your job. It's wanting to look smart. The save it is, this idea that you got to hold it all together. This is like a rescuer tendency, right? And your job is to be fully responsible, right? So back to, Garrick, this idea of how do you get people to move away from not wanting to control the outcome? Save it's really want to control the outcome. And so to control it's, which is a even subtler version of that advice monster, which is, I'm going to just guide the conversation away from this idea because I don't like it. And after a while, people start to they get it. They see how this shows up and they can predict how things are going to go. And it's demoralizing.